Doesn't it feel nice to be alive? I'm telling you now what we're going to do, okay? Please listen to God because one knows that they serve the Lord in whatever name or capacity they call that. One said that those who call upon me are mine. So, in the statement of Krishna, I believe it was, that is truth, which I calibrated with the arm because I find my teacher always teaches me to stay humble, and most of the time that pays off because then you don't put your foot in your mouth by making presumptions which always change. So we're going to create what we wish to find out there. What we wish to find out there presumes a time warp or a sequence in which the manifest becomes unmanifest. And once we step outside of that warp in time, we see that there is nothing more than terms of sequence, and that is why people that use these methods, specifically anybody you consider maybe powerful, is basically creating an illusion that you have no power, and the power is in this. Yes? So, kindness, generosity, patience, perseverance, all the qualities and attributes. But you see, reality in this sense is without attributes. So if you say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to find, you can't find her because she's not been, mm, everything that has ever been always will be and always has been. And yeah, it leaves, it leaves a permanent track. It leaves a permanent track. Just like when you uh, go there to that place, you see the track that it leaves, like a computer chip. And it has all the information on it, and the whole program is already in the movie. And just because it hasn't unfolded yet doesn't mean it's not there. So when you worship God, when you worship the Lord, you're saying, I of myself, Lord, I want to be of service. How can I use this information to serve mankind? Um, you have a choice between selfish self interest or serving, you know, and that is really whether you're serving God or whether you're serving the ego. Everybody knows about that because it's narcissistic. The core believes that it is God, and it takes really an enlightened teacher to be able to discern whether or not this is truth or whether or not this is um, astral. And it's like a game that they play with themselves on a basis of that's going to be the new wolf in sheep's clothing. You can see it, but society still has a difficult time since Marxism, when America was founded by the decision and sign from God, which was seen. Now they don't know the difference, and you can see it in the spectrum of things which keep us entertained. All you have to do is open the newspaper, and these guys, they still think drinking a beer in Germany is going to make them happy. So I say, like my friend, whatever goes in the unconscious is whatever goes. And if you think that drinking a beer in Germany is going to make you happy, but you also think that drinking soda is going to make you happy, why don't you just be the champion of whichever one you're told by yourself that you are going to feel the most whole? So, personally, I feel the most whole drinking energy drinks. And you can transcend the opposites instantly without having to get into some kind of painful kind of judgment about thoughts, which is coming from egocentricity, and you collapse the wave function through the Heisenberg principle. That's why we're going to find this out there, and you are going to become a servant of your teacher. okay? Out of devotion, because in America, what's going on um, is they're eating cats and dogs in Springfield, okay? Everybody's gonna go to sleep in this AI machine. And when we wake up, everything will be okay. All the celebrities will be working construction, and all the people working hard at their jobs and careers are going to be admired. Like Ma'at, the goddess of truth. Just because you don't remember something doesn't mean it didn't happen, because the future actually the, you see what I'm saying? It's a positionality. You don't have to prove it. It happened 2 seconds ago. Everybody watching this became enlightened. So the propensity is there. All it needs is a coach or a teacher to say that actually every achievement, every gain that mankind has made is like a speck of dust compared to the enlightened state. And the only requirement is that what it tells you from your teacher is that you have to die for God. So don't compartmentalize it and think that by dying it means physical death. And don't make the mistake of thinking that enlightenment uh, does not mean physical death, because that's a fine point. Just like culpability versus responsibility, just because the teacher says you owe the money to the bank with no, and it's of no fault of your own, your punishability is down to zero, but still man is responsible, man is answerable. So that's all from him. And yeah, yeah, we're just going to you know go into that place of being sound asleep, and you're talking about your childhood, and you're having a good time, and you're painting pictures and playing with giant squid. You're just, you know, and so that's all it's about. The message to you is just please find yourself, because when you see that you're not going to be able to, that's when you're going to be making real progress in your intention. Oh Lord, amen. They say, Gloria in Excelsus Deo.